What's up, everybody? This is Dad to bring you guys another video. I had to get this video guys out as quickly as possible. It's urgent. It's regarding the Doom beta. First of all, number one, the Doom beta, open beta, has been extended to April 18th tomorrow. So, I guess that's good for some people. Some people don't care. A lot of Doom fans like myself. I'm looking forward to playing some more. But aside from that, though, that's not what this is about. This video is about me reviewing the Doom open beta and basically the flaws of the beta. But most importantly, the title will probably be Rethinking Buying Doom Day 1. That's right. I am rethinking of buying this game day 1 because of the amount of huge flaws I've actually seen within this game. I'm not joking. Now, I want to make it clear. Let me tell you my history of Doom. I've been playing Doom since '93. Okay, since DOS. I would remember playing this game on shareware, and then once you got to a certain part in the shareware, you had basically have to pay to get the full version of the game. Okay, I played Doom 2, Doom 3, which is very disappointing, but with mod support, it makes it much more enjoyable. Doom Master Level was fine on Doom. I played a ton of mods, you know what I'm saying, like remade mods of Doom 1 and 2 on Doom 3. And this is not just starting with Doom, but let's get into more to arena shooters in general, like Quake 1, 2, and 3, 4. 4 was disappointing. Unreal Tournament 1998, 2004, Unreal Tournament 2003. Disappointing. As you can see, there's a huge pattern here. Every single time we get to pretty much like roughly the latest installment of one of these arena shooters, it seems to get worse and worse and worse. Okay, it's getting worse. I'm telling you. So I've been very disappointed with this Doom open beta. See, when you play a game so much and you start getting fanboyish, you know what I'm saying? I'm just throwing in some words out here, but when you start getting so excited, so thrilled, and you're playing a game and you're enjoying it and saying things like, this is a masterpiece, day 1 buy, nobody's going to stop me from playing it. I can't wait to get this game. I don't care if nobody thinks about this. I'm mine day 1. You know what I'm saying? Your opinion is your opinion, simply that. But the thing is that when you start becoming fanboyish and you start playing a game for yourself and you actually start to play in depth and start playing for a huge amount of hours, you start to see that some of the flaws are actually in the game itself. You know what I'm saying? I was the same situation with Resident Evil 4. You know what I'm saying? When I played Resident Evil 4, I thought the same thing. Oh, this game is a masterpiece. But when I played it for like the 3rd time, I was like, this game is disappointing. You know what I'm saying? A very lackluster story, plot holes, things that didn't make any sense in the story. Okay? You know what I'm saying? The fact we still can't run and gun in terms of a Resident Evil game. You know what I'm saying? Things that are unrealistic, like, enemies just dropping, ammo after we kill them. Like, come on now, this is a survival horror game, right? Supposedly speaking. Everybody claims Resident Evil 4 is the greatest Resident Evil game of all time, but when you start to actually critique it on the aspect of survival horror, it's not survival horror, it's action horror. Everybody wants to keep, pretty much destroying Resident Evil 5. They want to turn, Resident Evil 5 into a new asshole and say that, oh, that game is literally the worst Resident Evil game they ever played. But Resident Evil 4 is what started this entire trend. That's what you guys are forgetting. In fact, some of you guys, not you guys, I'm referring to those who are, true Resident Evil games, but some of you guys out there, were saying that the Resident Evil series was getting stale. So when Resident Evil did something new, you didn't like it. It's the same. It's like turning from the tank controls to like, third-person view, changing the camera angle, having a better inventory system. You don't like that stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's not a Resident Evil game anymore. It doesn't matter. So sometimes gamers don't know what they think. But the point is that after I played Resident Evil 4 for several times, beat it on normal, professional was like literally a piece of cake, I started to see the flaws in this game. I'm starting to see the flaws in this Doom beta as well, as a hardcore Doom fan. And I'm just going to run through these issues here for those who are Doom fans themselves. If this is your first Doom, then you're not going to know what I'm talking about, okay, at all. You know what I'm saying? Or, hell, if you even play Quake or Wolfenstein or Unreal Tournament, okay, you're not going to know what I'm talking about. So this is not going to, of course, talk about the single-player component because that's not available. The single-player component won't be available to the day the game's released. That is May 13th, 3 days after Uncharted 4. I know people are going to say, oh, man, I can't make up my mind. But anyway, let's get right down to it. So Doom beta first flaw number 1 is the speed. Okay? Now, Doom's speed is not that equivalent to the classic Dooms. If you want to talk about the equivalency of speed in terms of, this game, you know what I'm saying? The closest would be Quake 4. And even Quake 4 is a little faster than this. Okay? Seriously. Quake 4's multiplayer, in terms of speed, is got to be the closest in terms of equivalency in terms of Doom. Reboot. That's the closest we're going to get in terms of speed. And as PC gamers, since we love to mod so much, we don't doubt going to fix this. Oh, the speed? Come on now. Let's actually increase it a little more. Wait. You said mods? Oh, sorry. Bethesda just came out. Not just came out, but Bethesda said 8 months ago that there will be no mod support. Now, here I'm thinking like a clown who's supposed to be following Doom on a daily basis, looking at every set of news. I completely overlooked this and said, wait, hold up, wait, hold up. Doom does not have mod support? The reboot? Doom does not have mod support. Because my first platform to begin this game was going to be the PC version. No questions asked. I realized that there's no mod support. In fact, this new Snapman feature is going to replace it. It's basically, if you want to compare Snapchat, by the way, just compare it to Time Splitters. You know what I'm saying? Creating your own maps and creating your own levels. That's basically what Doom is all about. It's creating the logic of the enemies, where they're going to spawn, creating your own levels, and pretty much that's the closest thing we're going to get in terms of, like, you know, basically what Snapmap is about. And you can actually play on those maps and also get your friends to play on those. But we're not going to have full-fledged tools released for the PC gamer so we can mod every aspect, increase the game speed, change the models, make HD mods for this game if you don't like the graphics. You know what I'm saying? Change a texture here, change a layer there. You know what I'm saying? Create new custom weapons. We don't have the tool set to use this. So the question is that are there going to be PC gamers smart enough to crack this game in terms of actually creating his own tool set? You know what I'm saying? So we can actually create mods because a lot of games out there are so hard to crack in terms of support, like Fear 2. You know, so there's very few mods out there that are actually, you know, that really utilize, you know, the aspect of this game. It's completely locked out. Where I want to truly change this game because it's completely disappointing. You know what I'm saying? So this is disappointing in this aspect. Okay, the speed and no mod support. Number 3, allow you arena shooters out there know that when you want to pick up a certain weapon, it's on the map. Guess what? There are no weapons on any map so far. The 2 maps we played to pick up, except for one ridiculous OP weapon. I don't know what it's called. Despite the fact I picked it up, but it's basically like some shock rifle. You know what I'm saying? It's a one-shot kill OP weapon. It's one direct health. You have 100 armor, you can have 100 health. You're still gonna get killed with this weapon. Okay. Unless this weapon tends to hit a wall surface and pretty much does splash damage. It doesn't kill you entirely, but you'll probably have like 12 health left or 5 health left, whatever the case may be. Basically, it's highly unlikely you'll survive. That's how OP this weapon is. And it only has 4 ammo available, so you'll pretty much get 4 kills right there. That right there, folks, tells you something that's wrong. Okay? So the question is that, well, if that's the case, then, then how does everybody start equally? We don't start equally in the Doom beta. Here's what happens. Everybody has a loadout. Oh, Call of Duty. Call of Duty, yep. Some people have machine guns. Some people have rifles. Some people have shotguns. Some people have pistols. And we don't have pistols. There, folks, shows you that this game is going to be unbalanced in terms of its competitive multiplayer scene. People are, if you come with a machine gun and a shotgun, and somebody's got a vortex rifle and they got amazing precision, you're done. Period. You're done. In order to pretty much balance that out, they should have increased the speed so we can actually take people out. But guess what? We can't. There's a problem here. Okay, weapons are not on the maps in terms of in surplus and in terms of variety. Only way you can pretty much get those weapons is through perks and unlocking those weapons. This is Call of Duty all over again. I didn't play for Call of Duty. I played for the Doom experience. This is disappointing, Bethesda. I'm starting to see there's a lot of flaws. So next up, okay, this begs another question. We don't know if it's going to be happening in the full version, but this also brings up a 4th point. The fact that a Revenant is the spawning point. Basically the perk in one of the levels. Both. In fact, this mode we're playing Team Deathmatch. Okay, we're playing Team Deathmatch, folks. And what happens is that there's power-ups in the levels. Certain insignia in a level that once you get it, once it responds, it turns you into a Revenant, the classic Revenants. And you're pretty much going on a killing spree. You can get as many kills as you possibly can. You also have a health bar. You know what I'm saying? But you can get as many kills as you can within 60 seconds. Okay, this is OP at its finest. Meaning that pretty much whoever hits the Revenant pretty much wins the game. It's over. You know what I'm saying? It's absolutely over. Because the Revenant is absolutely ridiculously fast. It takes so long to kill this enemy unless you get the shock rifle, that big OP weapon, 2 shots, and he's dead. The good news is that once you take out the Revenant, what's going to happen is that you actually can the signaling stays there and tends to reload again for roughly a couple seconds, and then whoever picks it up again gets a respawn. But they get the remaining time frame of the person who possessed that power up. So, for example, somebody got 10 kills and died within that 30-second mark. Guess what? Once it respawns in that area, once it reloads, you can pick it up again, and guess what? You can get it and start continuing off the killing spree, hoping you get it. You know what I'm saying? But otherwise, the point is, folks, is that this game shows you that it's imbalanced. This is team deathmatch. This is not my phone, but this is not balanced at all. There should be a game mode where we should not be forced to play. We should not have the ability. There should be no Revenant responding. Okay. Hell, or even a shock rifle. I'm just calling it a shock rifle because I don't know the actual name of the weapon. But there should be ability. There should be a mode where we're able to restrict the things that are actually in that game. Sorry if I look a little sweaty or whatnot because it's hot as heck and the summer's coming. I have the fan. I have a ceiling fan, everything. Anyway, so as you can clearly see, we have no mod support. Speed is limited. Weapons are not on the map, or just barely any weapons on the map. Okay, and spawning power ups that are OP as heck. Yes, we also not to mention we have other power ups like quad damage. That's a classic. That was featured in Quake. Okay, no doubt about it. You have that quad damage. That's it. If you have sniper, that's it. You know what I'm saying? We have that invincibility. Here's the problem though. Guess what? These power-ups in the game itself. Sorry, what was that? My dog. These power-ups in the game itself are very limited, and they take a long time to respawn. We're talking about get one, and then the next one probably won't spawn until like 2 minutes later, which is perfectly reasonable. So it forces you to play fairly. The problem is that the balancing of the power-ups is ridiculous. You got all these power-ups all at once available in the maps. You pick up the quad damage, you pick up the speed up, and then you pick up the Revenant. Then 1 minute later, the Revenant spawns again, and then another minute it spawns again, and then the quad appears later. It's just completely imbalanced for spawning of the power-ups, making it an unfair game. Okay? This is not good for Doom. Okay? The premise of Doom is basically to make the grounds equal. My dog. The premise of the game is to make the game. The premise of Doom is to make the game equal for everybody, but it's not equal. Not everybody's spawning with the same weapons, with the same abilities, with the same power-ups. Everybody's different. This is unfair, and this is not going to be an enjoyable experience. As a Doom fan, I got to critique things. I gotta critique as a Doom fan. I have to critique my favorite franchise harshly. Okay, there's like people are out there, saying that Fallout 4 is the greatest Fallout game when that game has so many flaws, not even funny. You know what I'm saying? But the point is, folks, is that Doom so far is disappointing, and I'm probably may not buy this day one. I'm contradicting myself. Because, again, when you take the time to play games and enjoy them and then start to see the things that are actually about it, you start to say, well, man, was it actually worth buying this day one or not? So it's highly probable that I'm not buying this day one. We'll see. Because after the beta that ends tomorrow, there will be no more Doom until May 13th. So I think, I may not even say highly probable. I think I'm just going to say simply, I'm not going to buy it day one. I'm a hardcore Doom fan, like I said again. I'm buying all Dooms, love Quake, love Unreal Tournament, love Wolfenstein. Wolfenstein New Order is a completely single-player based game. It took me, 40 hours to beat that game on Uber. But there's no multiplayer aspect. Because Wolfenstein's main foundation is that multiplayer is single-player. Same thing with Doom. But there are multiplayer side portions where you can enjoy it. Okay? Same thing, Quake is single player is not the best. Quake single player is all about speed running and finding secrets. Taking the premises and the foundation of Doom and then taking it to a whole nother level. Quake is all about multiplayer. And then Unreal Tournament is strictly about multiplayer. Nobody cares about no single, well, I'm not saying nobody, but you get my point. When I say nobody, I'm talking about barely anyone cares about the single player story of Unreal Tournament. This game is absolutely disgraceful. You know what I'm saying? In some aspects. And Bethesda, it seems like everything they touch now is just turning to shiza. Okay, so as a Doom fan, man, you know, all these comments I left on Bear Huggers. I just recently watched a Bear Huggers video about Doom. You know what I'm saying? Plays like Doom. In some aspects, it does, but there still are a lot of flaws in Doom itself. I know we're talking about now. Here's the thing, though. You know, when I'm talking about, I want this video to go on too long, but it's going to be a pretty long video. But when I talk about Doom, I'm comparing it to Doom. See, the thing is, though, Doom is not just sold in Doom alone. It's also sold in premise, you know, other games, you know, that because of its inspiration made other better games out there like Quake, Wolfenstein, Unreal Tournament, not Wolfenstein, Quake, and Unreal Tournament. So when I talk about Doom, it's going to be strictly on single player and co-op. I just hope to God, and I haven't researched this at all, which I should, will Doom have co-op? I hope it does. Because if Doom does not have co-op, this is going to be, I don't know what to say. This may be probably, it will be better than definitely Doom 3, but this would be the second worst Doom in the series. So, folks, that's pretty much my complete, you know, a little bit discombobulated review of Doom. Again, I'm not a person who speaks eloquently, you know, speaks up, you know, fluidly and perfectly and gets my thoughts in order, but I pretty much give you guys real raw and cut videos. But Doom, whether it be PS4, Xbox One, or PC, again, the fact that this game really, and most importantly, has no mod support, pretty much makes me think that I shouldn't get this on PC. I should get this on PS4. Because what's the point? The community is going to be bigger on PS4. You know, what I'm saying the community on Doom on PC is going to last much longer, but that's the problem is that everybody's going to find other games to go. I mean, you look at Steam reviews, the game is mostly negative. And some of the points that people have made that, wow, they're really indeed good. So, folks, that's pretty much my review of Doom. Pretty much just, you know what I'm saying, just think about it, think about the things I said, you know, regards to this video, and I'm pretty much out. But, you know, I'm still enjoying the open beta. But it's good that it's been extended till tomorrow, so it is what it is. Tomorrow I will have just having something special. I'll have another video up for you guys. And it is what it is. So let's keep it going. E3 is almost here, so it is what it is. So let's go. All right, you guys have a great day.